He says it honestly all the time.
Are we sure it was a joke? Is this like
it's jovial?
Kamala Harris running for president was a joke? Like, is it that kind of sarcasm?
She almost made it, I think.
Burn. Why am I?
We're going.
I know, but I don't. Yeah, I was about to say, is my volume all the way down?
Is that what's happening? Hey, you want to plug my
How's my gain?
ears in?
Oh well, that's why I can't hear myself. There we go. A little higher. Line it up with that thick. There's like a thick white. Yeah, they should all be the same setting. There we go. We're here. That's fine. Christian's not here anyway. It's fine.
I know, right?
Yeah. He'll be here. It is just us. There's a weird static.
There is a weird static. What is that?
Oh. Why is there static?
Whose mic is that?
Number 3.
Ah. Oh, because its gain is turned all the way up.
Oh,
So it's processing white noise.
yeah.
The lightest of noise doesn't even have anything hooked up to it. We're going. You guys.
I know. I'm just waiting. I'm
wait.
just listening to you ramble.
Actually,
I like to ramble.
I was,
I'm an old
I
man,
was
as you
waiting
saw.
for him to cramp up again in the middle.
So
of
we
trying
have
to
a
get-
president-elect.
That we do.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, right? Like, I told you guys who I voted for. You guys know that I think both
Our garbage.
candidates are pretty much trash.
But were you surprised?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna listen. I didn't predict it. I definitely said that's what I felt was gonna happen,
If we were.
but I
betting
wasn't
men.
sure. Like, I think I called it 60-40.
Yeah, if we were betting man, that's what we said.
So it wasn't a surprise. That said, I have had countless friends post in different places that if you voted for Trump, you need to defriend them, and voting for fascism and whatever other nonsense they come up with. And I've enjoyed their pain just a little bit. Like, there's a little bit of Schadenfreude there,
Right.
Because I know how much they'd be celebrating if they won,
Oh, that's 100%.
right?
100%. There would be fucking parades going on right now. Fucking people like in your face.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it'd be bad.
Like 12-year-olds in a Halo lobby. Just obnoxious.
the
Okay?
Democratic Party, 12-year-olds in a Halo lobby.
They are. Let's be fair.
Yeah, I mean, this is the equivalent tantrum, right?
Yeah, that's the same. I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck your mother. Blah, 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 blah.
That's more of a Call of Duty lobby right there.
Whatever. They're the same lobby now. They're the same cretinous people.
Anyway.
Actually, thankfully, they've all moved to Fortnite. So now it's just like this team is so fucking bad when you play it. Like I was playing today, and it was like we suck.
I have enjoyed that a little bit. I feel kind of bad that they think it's the end of their world, because obviously I don't think that's accurate. But
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure this conversation happened like when Bush won junior, not senior.
both Bushes probably.
Yeah. This is the same conversation.
It's a
Probably
It
regular.
Reagan.
happens every time
Yeah.
the other person doesn't win. And it's like, oh, it's the end of the world. It turns out it's not. It turns out democracy works
I
with
just
or without you.
I did finally. I told someone what I told you, but in a sort of mean, like celebratory sort of way when they were rambling about Harris. I was like, it's not my fault. You ran the worst candidate the Democratic Party's had since Dukakis.
Yeah.
Like, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
I mean, Al Gore was a better candidate.
You know, I did like Al Gore. Not gonna lie.
I mean, he did invent the internet.
Yeah. And he made that movie.
That's a lovely leather.
Yeah, it's fancy. It's bougie.
I almost said Trapper Keeper.
It cost me a
Trap-
whole $10.
Trapper keeper.
Bougie, right?
Those old notebooks, they used to be Trapper Keeper, like folders.
Yeah.
Do you not remember that?
No.
Have you not seen the South Park episode about Trapper Keepers?
No.
Oh, you should watch that. That's right up your alley.
I don't watch South Park.
It lies.
I don't watch South Park either, but I've
Don't
seen a
watch it
handful of
anymore.
episodes. And
I've,
that one
I've
was
seen a
entertaining.
few episodes, but I don't like go out of my way to
Yeah,
watch
I
it.
mean, you don't watch it anymore. As kids, we used to go out
No, I mean,
our way.
I didn't. I think I've
I-
only seen like 6 or 7 episodes. 8 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably I've seen like the first season, if that.
See, and I feel like you would have watched that.
No,
I had a friend that was all like incredibly squared away generally, but was a huge fucking South Park fan. And he would tell me about South Park. I was like, I didn't see it. And he's like, what do you mean you didn't see it? I was like, I didn't see it.
because my problem with South Park is like the same problem that we had at that time was like Comedy Central didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
could just say whatever they want. And I liked that Family Guy had to be smarter about the jokes they made.
Oh yeah.
Like, the one I always love is when Stewie, like, he goes, like, Lois says something, and then Stewie goes, "Shut up, you damn beaver." And then the camera pans over, and it's just a beaver sitting in the dining room. He's like, "Well, what did I do?" And you're like, "Oh, that's clever. I like that." Like, I liked the smarter comedy that you had to, like, play games to get away with. Like, that's more of my ability. South Park was like, we can just say fuck, fuckity fuck, we don't care.
Yeah, they had some limits. Not
I mean,
much.
what season was it? 13. They spent the entire season trying to be canceled
Yes.
and couldn't do it.
Yep.
Yeah, once that monster got too big, it was like you're literally not gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
I mean, they say all kinds of things in it too.
Like, you've literally made fun of the exact same like channel that is publishing your work, and they were like, "That's fucking hilarious."
I'm sure. Like, I'm fairly certain they dropped an N-bomb in there a couple of times too.
they've yeah. I mean, there's nothing they haven't said. I think that would get them canceled at this point.
What was it, the movie? They had to
the-
take out visual scenes, but for every visual scene, they added a more crass verbal joke.
Yeah,
The
Because
bigger,
it was going to be
longer,
NC-17, and they came back and they're like, it's fine.
yeah, it's fine, it's cool. And you're like,
And
oh,
they're like, whoa, okay.
all right, take it.
All right. Casa Magnus. We're smoking Casa Magnus. We got to talk about this a little bit because we're thinking about bringing these in.
I haven't finished my other one yet.
Well,
Well, throw that bitch
Do
away
work.
and fucking.
You want to see magic?
Well, I'm still waiting.
It was magical for me.
I'm smoking the Casa Magna Limitada.
I'm smoking the Casa Magna Liga F.
And I will be smoking the Casa Maga Oscuro.
What a douchey looking serial killer just walked by. Did you see that guy?
There's going to be a lot of that this weekend.
Holy! Did you see the guy with the rubber chicken duct taped to his cane walk
No,
by?
no, I didn't see that, but
Holy shit!
that same guy walking up was just staring at me.
Oh yeah, you didn't see him?
No.
That group of 4 people that walked up there. The
Wasn't paying
one
attention.
dude had a cane
With a rubber
with
chicken.
a rubber chicken duct taped to it.
I mean, there's going to listen, if you're in Tahoe, this cigar shop will be the best people watching you've had in a very long time.
So you
this
should
weekend.
stop by.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be something. It'll be interesting.
It will be interesting.
Does Pat show up usually for these or no?
No.
I don't think he ever has.
Pat's in Tahoe less and less.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I've only seen him once in the last 2 years.
Yeah, well, it's just because the scene's changed, man. He's just hiding now. I don't blame him.
True.
I'd probably do the same thing.
Don't you already do that?
I mean, I do hide for the most part. It's fair.
Well, he's got different toys now. He's got those boats he likes to fucking run out on
Those
Pyramid.
boats do look pretty rad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wanna like try one of those.
He had that small one too for a
Monster.
while
Those are what he runs. Those fast little souped up.
with a massive motor in the
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
it's like a go-kart with a fucking Viper engine in the back. It's
That's
amazing.
basically what he's doing.
Yeah, because it reminds me of the V-bottom jet boats that we had growing up and the flat bottom, but small.
These are flat bottoms.
Then yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're dope. It looks fun. I'm jealous.
I'm amazed I'm in as good a mood as I am, having spent 4 hours in the car.
Well, you just drove to the Bay Area,
Yeah, except I didn't.
but
It was just the drive home from work.
You could have been like me.
hashtag it's easier to go to Disneyland than it is to go to Tahoe if you're in
I know.
Placerville
Listen,
right now.
I'll understand that in a 3-foot storm. We got, not kidding, an inch and a half.
But it was slush, and it was.
I
People,
don't care.
It wasn't Tahoe people.
How did we fuck up an inch and a half of snow? We're amateurs.
It's Veterans Day.
We're amateurs.
It's 95% people from the Bay Area.
It's embarrassing.
The Bay
Fucking
Area was
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing for them. I was fine.
Listen, you remember the last snow? We didn't even get an inch on it, and yet there were cars into the fucking wall on Kingsbury.
Yeah, but this was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
No, I have pictures. I took pictures.
was
just
an inch and a half.
embarrassing.
People doing 15 with their hazards on, 10 and 2,
Yeah.
like this, and they're like being super safe, and you're like, you're the problem.
I'm being so cautious.
It's so
I
safe.
don't want to slide.
I'm only going 5.
I got out of the car at one point because I've been there forever. I had turned off, got out of the car just to stretch my legs because I'd been in the car for 3.5 hours at that point. And the guy behind me was a delivery truck driver. Drove for like one of the linen companies, and he was just kicking shit. He was pissed.
Yeah, because he was running behind because of that shit.
You know who else was pissed? The 6 or 7 trucks that I saw on the other side when I was heading up that were taking their chains off because they had to put them on for all of 10 feet. Oh. And then have to take them off because it was still raining in Carson. So it was like, oh, and now I don't need snow. You motherfucker, you piece of shit.
Dude.
And then there was a fire. You know, it was a really weird day.
I
It
mean,
was a weird day.
You,
I'm
you
being
still
fair.
at least made it to your destination, got to sit down, do what you came to do.
Yeah, no, that's true. I got here on time. I had some pizza. I'm lucky I left at 3 o'clock. I was planning on going home and making some food, changing my clothes. Nope. Straight to the shop.
And I left at 2:30, and I was like, I guess I'm just gonna go now and fucking not deal with it.
That was smart.
Yeah, well, yeah, because as soon as I got here, there was a Bruce Brown update, and it was like, oh, Spooner's closed both directions because of idiots, and I was like, dodge that bullet.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem.
And then I didn't
Kingsbury.
think you were at work because otherwise I would have been like, hey, don't get on the road. But I thought you were like not working today, and I was like, oh, he's
No, I
fine.
was at work
He has
today.
to drive down from Kingsbury. He'll be
He's-
here like 4 o'clock.
We had the new Mountain GM doing our meet and greet today, so we all had to be there.
Should have just texted go the long way.
He couldn't.
I know.
There was a literally, you would have had to go the opposite way, all the way around to Emerald Bay to get here the fastest
Yeah, or I could have gone down 80 because it was closed.
on Mount Rose. You would have, you could have gone 80 Reno back around and over.
Yeah, which would have been faster.
And you wouldn't have been sitting around.
By 2 hours, it would have been faster.
Yeah, it has begun.
I think you would appreciate this, and I'm going to throw it at you.
What is it?
What in the hell is that?
Is it- Where'd you get this?
I found it online, and I was going to give it to somebody, but the basket, it came in late, so I'm like, I'll keep it. I enjoy this.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
The
That's pretty
emotional
awesome.
support dumpster fire.
Yeah, he's lost.
No,
He's lost.
it's not coming back
And
there.
it's gone now.
He's doomed forever. Well, we're moving these.
Yeah, you'll find it eventually.
What do you guys think? Do you guys you like that as one seat rather than two?
I mean, I think we
One
can push,
bench?
we can push them together and just see how it feels.
I mean, we
Yeah.
can do it when we move all this forward, because, I mean, basically everything will be out the way then.
Yeah.
Whiskeys.
Booze.
All right, so we have.
Alcohol.
Are they both rare character straight rye picks?
They're both rare character straight rye picks. They're both the TKO barrels.
So one is
TKO
Minden Meat and one is Rayleigh's.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got
TKO 43 is Minden Meat. TKO 40 is the Rayleigh's One Market pick.
Yeah.
from the Galena?
So
Yeah.
They still
they're
the other?
$110 to $120, right?
Yeah.
So this one was 110. This one was 129.
Okay. So we're putting up against a random, don't know anything about this particular batch, this barrel.
Other than we took a sniff and it smelled pretty good.
Yeah. Just a random Jack Daniels single barrel proof rye at half the price.
Yeah.
So they're in order. So it goes Minden Meat, Rayleigh's, Jack.
One is Minden.
So Minden Meat, yeah.
Okay.
Rayleigh's, Jack.
All right. Cool. So I've saved the best for last.
Well, the idea is because it's effectively the defending champion.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the best. It's
I mean, you guys have had this one already.
Yes,
which one?
the first one.
The first one.
The Rayleigh's one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tried this one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It wasn't bad.
I drank it too. So
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of liked it more than Kevin's.
The Rayleigh's
Ooh,
one?
Yeah.
Bold.
They have very similar noses.
There's Christian. He's here.
Christian, how you doing?
He has arrived.
Christian, we have whiskeys. So we're doing a rye challenge. We have two $110 to $130 picks, the rare characters. And we're putting them up against a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye that's half the price. Just a random pick. Oh God, dude, it's fucked. This is the problem. People are like, what rye should I get? I'm like, Jack Daniels. Yeah. Like, just get the
I mean,
barrel proof rye.
It's done so well so far. I mean, I get these because I want to try them, and I like rare character stuff.
No, I get that. But this is why I won't buy that Prideful Goat 8-year, because why? At 100 and...
I saw the Prideful Goat.
Yeah.
I thought about it, and I'm like, nah.
It's $110. I can get two of these Jacks for the price. And I like to have variation, but I don't know. And maybe, listen, I could be wrong. I haven't tasted these yet. But just on the nose, like, I'm going to the Jack. Have you smelled through all three of them?
I did.
And?
Yes.
Yeah. Casey?
I have not.
Oh. Casey will give us notes later.
He's slacking, you know.
Slacking.
It's... For the price, it's unreal.
Yeah.
And you know what? These in their defense,
These
the
are-
Jack is a bourbon drinker's rye. Like it's a lower rye than these rare characters. These rare characters are 95.5s.
Yeah, no, it's the fucking Jack.
Mash bill is 70, 25, 5.
Oh,
For
they're
both
not
of them.
95.5s.
No.
Okay.
Lied.
70, 25, 5s.
Okay.
That math doesn't work out.
That's what they have on there. Mash
70,
bill.
25, 5.
5.
Yes, 70,
Okay.
25, 5.
I didn't hear the second 5.
Oh, yeah, no, 7, yeah.
7, 0, 2,
All I heard
5,
was 70,
5.
25.
No. 70, 25, 5.
Does it work out now?
Yes, now it works out.
See, this is how bad your math has become.
No,
Even when you're right, we question it.
That's not my problem. That's yours. I wasn't doing math this time. I was reading.
But even still,
Oh.
it's going to be more rye. You might people might like the higher rye content. That shit's Bernie. The first one.
He has Angel's Triple Oak.
Oh, yeah. I think he got 3 bottles, so 2 because he sent us one. We're gonna do I want to close that. We're gonna do a double triple oak challenge. I think next week.
Close one.
I found out like
That curtain.
Oh,
the
curtain.
Cajun
Yeah.
makes all these notes stand out more for the spice. in
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you had peppers.
Yeah, he did too.
Yeah.
So I had spicy.
They're so similar.
Actually, you know what we should do is we should eat pineapple before we do this.
But they smell similar. There's a different note on the second one in the flavor profile.
The first one is the Minden meat one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got a funky note on it.
Does it?
I think so.
I get that like bubblegum note you get on some ryes.
No, it's not. It's something else. It's something funky.
I'm gonna put that down actually.
They're both. They were both distilled 12, 18, 2015.
All right, so they came from the same time.
Bottled 4, 2024. Bottled 5, 2024.
Wow. That Jack Daniels is so good.
Is this just any random? Is this just any random Jack Daniel's rye?
Yeah. So that's it. I don't know anything about like it's not anyone's pick. It's just they're all. I mean, it's a single barrel, so it's a specific barrel. But I hadn't had that one. I don't know anything about it. I just picked it up at random.
But it's not like this Rayleigh's got this one or Death and Taxes. It's just,
Nope. It's just one of their regular releases.
I mean, the Death and Taxes one I think is the best. But that one,
That's why I didn't.
That
Why I don't
one's-
have. I have to go buy another one. But
that one is still like lights out. I like how all the other Jack Daniels is like lights out, and the regular Jack Daniels just sucks.
It's their basic stuff. It's quick. It's easy to get out.
Yeah, but you know what?
it's barbecue.
Is that what that is?
On the
There's
second one or the
barbecue
first one?
on the second one.
Okay.
When you taste it.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's that note that I was kind of liking.
Yeah.
That message is for you, Kevin.
I remember to wash my ass. I don't know about the socks.
Yeah. It's like barbecue sauce. It's like barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
Like Sweet Baby Ray's.
No. Like
different, more smoky.
Yeah, like a smoky
mix-
brown
like a
sugar barbecue
mesquite.
sauce or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I don't
what-
hate it.
What Christian said was Happy Veterans Day. Be sure to wash your ass and change your socks.
Wise words have never been spoken.
Listen, I've already told you the wise words I've heard from my sergeant major. You guys need to shine like a diamond in a goat's ass.
I mean, if you want to get somebody's attention,
Right?
I'm sorry, man. It's the Jack.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
You fool.
Listen,
You fool.
I enjoy rare character. These were bought. I've had this bottle already, but this one I saw and we talked about it.
Listen, they're not bad. And,
If you couldn't get said Jack Daniels,
well, my guess is for like a cocktail, the rare character's better.
like old fashioned.
Yeah, because like a Manhattan, like a rye Manhattan.
Manhattan,
Because
yeah.
the flavors are going to pop against the added sweetness, and that Jack is going to get lost.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
Yeah.
More than likely, but I like a lot of rare character stuff. This, I mean, does it fall short to this? Yes, in a drinking.
As
Just one
as
off.
like the two rare characters by themselves, they hold up pretty well.
Yeah. And like if you were to pit them against each other, which one would you choose? I like the barbecue one more.
Well, and maybe as like a third, the barbecue note is kind of cool.
Right.
As like if you were doing like a flight for a group, you might do the rare character as the last one, because as their palate starts to become acclimated to the rye spice, you can give them a bigger rye note and have it still pop.
Right.
So like if you were doing like a tasting event, or if you were doing any dessert that wasn't chocolate and you needed to pair something with it, I would pair the rare characters with it over the Jack. If I was doing chocolate, I'd put the Jack up
I'd
against
probably
it.
be careful with eating spicy stuff before it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
That's true for almost anything though. Like most wines don't hold up to spice. A lot of beers don't hold up to
I
spice.
feel like this holds up to spice. It just pops more. Like the rye note spice pops more.
That's what I mean. The spice alters the character, like alters the flavor substantially.
Yeah.
Christian thinks the Stag Junior would hold up to a spicy barbecue.
I'm sure that it would.
Probably.
I think he's still a little mad at me for recommending something that was so hot. He's like, "That's hot." It's like, "Oh,
But it's good.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that part. It's hot."
Oh yeah, that's it's in the
Listen, Christian,
130 range. My bad.
We learned that we had to get on his level, and now we're on his level. It's hard to go down to lower proof
Yeah,
things now.
here's the problem: is that when you're friends with Lane, you're just gonna eventually be like, 130. That's nothing.
Yeah, now you drink 160 and go, huh? There it is.
Then you're like 90. You're like, what is this? Water? What is it?
I mean that Michter's 10 at 94, whatever it is pretty good.
Mixer's 10 was good.
This is you don't see a lot of high proof, high age together. It's usually one or the other.
Because it usually ages out, doesn't it? The
Yeah,
proof?
doesn't the age?
Yeah, it just becomes expensive. That's why BTAC is BTAC and
So high proof, high age is just expensive.
pricey.
And don't they dilute it a lot too afterwards?
Not if it's high proof.
Okay. Well, I meant like for like when they age it too.
Depends. So proof can go either way in the aging process. It can increase or decrease depending on the aging conditions. Now, more often than not, I want to say it increases,
Interesting.
but both can happen
And then I thought they proof it down with water and
after the
extra
fact, but not if it's in the 120. So barrel entry proof for most bourbons is 125. I think Michter's is 108. I think Weller is 114. There's another low one out there too.
What was the proof on these? 128,
Yeah, so that one went up.
and this one was 131,
That one went way up.
and this one's 134.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the one at Rayleigh's of those is 137. No, the Jacks. They have
The
a
Jacks?
Jack pick, or there's not a pick. They have a Jack single barrel rye at Rayleigh's. That's 137 right
137.
now. Yeah.
Oh shit.
There are apparently some floating around out there that are hazmat that are 140s and above, like
Oh, hell
140,
yeah.
141, 142.
140.
We gotta find those.
I've never seen. If I saw a 140, I would buy it, but I've never seen one.
paint thinner. What the fuck?
No,
Well,
that-
the Crow's Nest Coy Hill stuff is in the 150s.
Jesus.
I did see that they still had that one bottle of Fortuna up there at that Rayleigh's Galena. At
They
least
have
when I
two
went and picked
bottles,
that
I
up.
think.
Of the blue one?
Yeah,
The good one?
yeah.
The red, white, and
Oh.
blue one. I think they have two bottles,
I thought I bought
unless
the
they
last.
sold one.
I thought I bought
When
the
I
last
picked
two.
this up, I only saw one.
So they might be down to one. When did you pick that up?
2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Because I brought it in last week.
Nope, they got another bottle in because I was there a
Okay.
few days ago and they had two.
Because I'm thinking about it because I'm already halfway down that other Fortuna.
Well, if you buy one, pick me up the other one.
Okay.
Christian says, God damn, that would burn my esophagus.
That's what. Listen, Casey wouldn't drink anything over 100 when we started this show.
Yeah, we had to get him there.
It's true.
What do you guys think of these cigars? You haven't. You're just lighting yours.
Correct.
Casey, what do you think? Are we going to carry these?
I mean, it's different.
Yeah. Anything stand out about it?
It's weird. It's kind of a light natural with a little bit of sweetness,
Okay.
which is weird for, them calling it a Liga. I feel like it would have more bite. It's usually a bitier leaf.
A Liga?
Yeah, Liga's like a type of leaf too.
I thought it was just another name for cigar.
No,
Yeah, I thought Lajero was the leaf.
the Haro is a leaf, but sometimes they call leaves Liga.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so like this one's Liga F.
This is very good. This is like a slightly fatty Padron,
Okay.
which would make sense. That's what they were going for with the box press and all.
Like bird of beef fatty or
No, just a little bit of like a grease note.
okay. SMP.
Once you go through all three whiskeys, the proof is you don't notice it anymore.
Unless
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
unless you're Christian and
Everything
his
burns.
esophagus is on fire because of Lane.
Oh yeah,
That one's got a funky note.
Which one?
The
One.
Minden Meat and Deli.
yeah.
The first one.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's the one I'm saying. There's something in there,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what it is.
See, and I didn't notice it when I first got the bottle, and like I'm drinking it pretty well. I think it's down to right
It might
there.
just be that it's opened up a bunch and that note has popped more now than it did when you got it.
Yeah, because it's been sitting there a little while.
Dude, the barbecue note still trips me out. I smelled it and I was like, it's barbecue.
Barbecue.
It's your favorite right
Like
now.
not barbecue smoke, like barbecue sauce.
Not like that. Like that. What was it called? Liquid smoke.
No. No.
No.
There's a couple that have that flavor that I don't like, and I think we had one in that group that we did.
I could bring in some campfire whiskey and I mean, it's really smoked.
Nothing is as smoky as that goddamn Texas Mesquite Crown Royal.
Well, no, I wouldn't imagine. It's its whole purpose. in
That
life.
is legitimately just like drinking ash. Like it doesn't even make sense. You just down it and you're like, oh God, I've just swallowed volcano. Why would you do this? Like when pirates are like, yeah, that treasure's cursed. I can't taste anything anymore. That's what I think. That's what that taste is. It's just this nothing of ash and just smoke. And you're like, what is that? Why would you drink that?
You sound like Chad talking about an Isla Scotch
Yeah, no, you know what? I would take an Isla Scotch
over that.
over that because it doesn't taste like a fucking volcano's asshole.
All right. Christian says I splashed some Stag Junior on my cell phone by accident when I dropped in a cube and it burned through the screen protector. Just FYI.
I don't believe that.
Fallacies.
It's not acid from an alien. What is it?
Christian, how excited are you that we have a president elect?
I believe his county was blue. No, I'm just kidding.
Was there a blue county in Texas?
There was a couple for a little bit, but then I think they disappeared. I am happy that Nevada, there was only one blue county.
Vegas.
Yeah, fuck those people.
I'm amazed Washoe ended up red.
I was so happy about Washoe. They actually talked about Washoe for a little while.
Yeah?
It was funny. They're like, Washoe County in Nevada, that's the best county right there because you really never know where it's going. I was like, oh shit, I know where that is.
Yeah, because every other county except for Clark is going red.
Yeah.
Clark is going blue.
And then
Yeah.
Washow's like, how many people have moved to Reno in the past like 10 years that are changing it? And you're like, no, it's red. You're good.
Yeah. What businesses did we get? Did we get a manufacturing factory
Yeah.
or did we get tech in the last 4 years?
Is there a California tech company that's moved in? Interesting.
It
So
always amazes me that Washoe goes all the way north.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
oh, it's annoying. Dallas County was 60% Harry. Texas overall was about 60-40 for Teabag.
Yeah, didn't Texas? Didn't he take Texas by 12.5 points or something?
It was a bit. Some of those fucking the swing states were funny too. You were like, I don't know. And it was like boom, red. You're like, nah, it's good. We're fine. That's okay.
I don't. If I'm being honest, when I saw Florida was going to go to Trump by 13 points, I had a pretty good idea where the election was going.
Yeah. I think I saw the number and I think it's 226 to 323.
It was, yeah, he was in the 300s.
Yeah, it was like 323.
I thought he finished with 312.
No, I think it's higher.
What is it?
I think it was 323.
Christian will tell us.
Yeah.
Has that stag grown on you, Christian? Do you like it now at least? I feel bad pointing you in that direction.
Chris says, yeah, he won Texas bigly.
Yeah, yeah. By a lot.
By a lot.
Texas and Florida both.
Many, many moons.
I wonder what the biggest margin was for North Dakota. The
Like-
state that he took by the most points.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Uh-oh. Kevin's on the spot.
I will say I was surprised how much red showed up in California.
So, yeah, Trump took it 312. Harris took it
Oh, it
226.
is 312. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was 323.
I don't know.
I gave somebody an extra 10 electoral votes.
I mean, once you're over the number, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can have as many as you want after that.
Yeah, after 270, it's moot.
I'd have to go through and look to see which state was the highest for him.
I mean, I feel like it might be Florida.
No, I think it's going to be something like it's going to be upper Midwest, like North Dakota or. Dude, wait, hold on though. What did I tell you about that fucked off Iowa poll? Mm-hmm. It's like, no, that's not real. That's a bad sample.
At no time was Iowa like, nah, just kidding.
Yeah.
I was like, what? We don't have any blue in this state.
I'm pretty sure the girl whose company did that poll closed her company.
What company?
Yeah. Lester or something.
Still waiting for that group of people that said they were moving to Canada to start taking pictures at the airport.
They're not moved. Some of them are, but they didn't move to Canada.
Bye, Felicia.
Who just sold his property?
Who?
Richard Gere.
Is he?
I think he just sold his property in Connecticut. He's moving to, I don't know, somewhere.
Now, I heard something, and I don't remember who said it, but I heard it while I was listening to the radio. One of the guys said that he was packing up and leaving the country. He said, fuck it, I'm moving to Hawaii. He's moving out of the States, is what he said.
Good for him.
That's
Good,
solid.
Good for him. The,
Like, I just like the thought.
the People's Republic of Hawaii would be very happy to have them.
It crushed my brain. I'm like, the fuck did he just say? All right, so Christian pushed out a lot. Yeah, he won Texas bigly. The only two states that had no blue counties was Oklahoma and West Virginia. He told us the polls. The bigger deal is that we are 53 or 54 in the Senate, and we should end up with somewhere around 222 or 223 in the House. Thinking the biggest margin was North Dakota, something like 70 to 29.
See? That's what I said. Oklahoma, though, guaranteed, all red. Yeah.
It's one county.
It's not one county.
It is one county.
Tornado County.
Yeah, exactly. Tornadoes don't care about what county it is. It's boom.
No, they don't.
Knock that shit off the planet.
Oh, you're on Oklahoma? Let's go.
Oh, by the way, Twisters will be on Peacock if you guys want to watch it.
Yeah, can't watch Peacock.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, we watched.
I don't know what the
know.
hell that
I
error
know,
code
we
is. I got to
already-
figure
we
that
already
out.
watched it, so it's good.
Was it on?
I think my computer just finally aged out.
Computer doesn't like it. Got it. I thought you had one of the sticks, like a fire stick or something.
No. My computer's not young.
Fair.
I think it's just done.
The one you use at home. Mm-hmm. Let's say the other two look pretty new, or one.
Yeah, that's newish.
Yeah.
Newish. And the work one's newish.
Yeah, but it's still trash,
No, it's a Dell.
right? Dude,
you're
I'm
getting
getting
a
a Dell.
What's that?
This is not rolled amazingly well.
Well,
It's
you
a
already
square
had that
press.
problem with the
It's
square
already getting
presses.
hot.
It's a
No,
square
it's,
press.
but it's hot deep.
Oh, like there's a hole.
No, like it's just rolled really loose to make the square press work.
This one's okay. It's a good burn. So
I like
far.
the flavor on this a lot. It's just getting hot.
This one's not bad, but it does taste like fairly weak compared to other Oscaros I've had.
Yeah, that's the thing about Oscuros is sometimes they're like in your face, and sometimes they're like, "What is this hint of Oscuro? Where's the
Yeah.
rest of it? Like what? What Oscuro did you use?
The bottom of the barrel ones.
Bottom Oscuro for sure. Lot 7, if you're Rocky Patel.
How are the patches coming, Kevin? Have you figured out a setting yet?
I think so. I have to check when I get home, but
Okay.
Well,
I was fiddling with it.
I found out our old one, our old cigar shop logo, fits on it.
Okay.
I didn't press it in, but I was also gonna order from the same company for the new one.
Oh, are you gonna do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured might as well.
So
And I'm still looking at the laser engraver too, as well, because I was looking at other stuff and doing.
sorry.
Just Christian talking shit.
This is Christian.
Okay.
Lane has an Intel.
Pentium with a fucking Windows 95.
Yes.
Hey,
Not my fault.
hey, you know what? Technically, his computer can run Oregon Trail, so it's a fair.
Is he still running? Is he running Windows 7 on it?
Probably.
Is it? I don't know. Didn't you set it
I
up?
feel like it is still, unless you updated.
No, I did downgrade it a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Because it would upgrade and then stop running it.
Yeah, it's like Windows.
The
7.
problem is the only thing I use that computer for, two things: streaming TV, and when I was in school, I would put static cases up on it while I was typing on the laptop.
I thought you were doing playing Star Wars on there at one point too.
When I was in law school,
before it stopped
but
working.
it won't play that
Yeah.
anymore.
It says this is too old. Get a new one.
Yeah,
So yeah, you do really have a Pentium with Windows 95. This is-
yeah. No, it won't even come close to running the newest Windows.
All right, Casey, you had a whole bunch of stories on wild things in the cigar shop.
it wasn't a bunch of stories. It's just a few kooky people that I saw
That was
during
close.
yesterday's whatever Christian rock extravaganza.
Let's hear it.
It was just weird. Okay, first of all, I don't know why a Christian rock group needs 7 tour buses, but there were 7 tour buses in the back lot.
They had a big following.
Two of them were worship buses.
It was like a tent revival meeting somewhere.
two of them were worship buses.
for sure. One had satellite though. It was impressive.
That is impressive.
One was a worship bus and one was a healing bus.
Oh, is that was it. Shiny happy people. And, so I get here. I got here like I think 4:20 ish. I was like whatever, and because I was like, oh, it's supposed to be busy. Like Sierra said they were going to be busy. I was like, oh, maybe we'll see some people. I open the door. I'm like, oh, put the football game on. The first group of people that walked in, very nice couple. A little loud, a little drunk probably, but they were friendly. They were nice. And then this comfortably old gentleman, like clearly in his mid-70s, short, kind of like looked like the Monopoly guy almost,
Okay.
without the monocle. He walks in with what I can only describe as a girl in her 30s. She was like crack whore. I'm just saying. They were together, and I know he was paying for it. But she was loud and obnoxious and just all over the place, like clearly from a different planet and or on cocaine.
So she was making the room uncomfortable.
Well, the couple, they were friendly, and she was friendly. She was just loud and awkward. And the old guy was very quiet and just like, not really talking, but he was like, oh, we want a cigar. And I was like, oh, cool, whatever. And this girl, she couldn't sit still for more than like 2 seconds. She was talking to the ether, wasn't even talking to people, was just like going random. I don't even know. But they weren't bothering anybody, and the other couple was having a blast. They were laughing. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. It's all fine. And then this 2 other couples came in. And they were Southern boys from the south of Chicago, as they claimed. They were also drunk and claiming that Pabst Blue Ribbon is the best beer on the planet.
Okay.
Somebody was dropped on their head.
I didn't know that was a thing, but whatever, it's fine.
I didn't think Pabst was all that great anymore.
Well, apparently
I didn't
it's
even
a
think they had
gift from
following.
God where they're from, so you don't sully the name of Pabst. As far as they're concerned, Pabst was given to them by Jesus Christ, and that's just how it's going to be. It turns out old Monopoly dude is a lawyer from Chicago. They live 2 blocks from each other.
Oh, good.
And so they start having, this really weird, the older gentleman who was taller in the group of 4 came in, and they started having their own private conversation. And then the loud girl was just
Off in the
Not
ether
having
still.
it.
still talking off in the ether, but also trying to talk to the other people in the group, and they're like, "Oh yeah," laughing, and everyone was drunk. It was fine. And then the old dude, he finally, the group of 4 leaves because they're talking about going and smoking weed and sitting naked watching the Eagles concert or something. I don't really know. It was weird. And then this young lady and the old guy, they go to get food. So it's quiet in here again. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, that's kind of strange. Cut to about 3 hours later. 3 security guards have Crazy Girl handcuffed and are basically carrying her up the ramp as she's kicking and screaming
From here?
from HQ.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently she had continued to drink and was shouting into the ether at random people about a very random amount of things that nobody could understand. They asked her to leave, and she didn't want to leave.
They never do.
Yeah, so I guess they arrested her. Now I'm like, okay, well, she's probably going to jail. Cut to 45 minutes later, 2 Douglas County sheriffs walk up the ramp. And I'm like, oh. They then walk back down the ramp, holding girl sideways as she's kicking the shit out of one of the officers.
In the burrito carry?
Yes. And she's screaming and yelling, handcuffed. Apparently, they parked their car in valet, so they had to carry her the whole
All the way through
to
the casino? Oh. They got up to the holding cell and they looked at the security guards. They go, what did you do?
Apparently, she was screaming bloody murder in the
Oh, I'm sure.
in the cell. She claimed that she, was working for the company, and it was amazing. It was now 2 hours after that, the old guy magically reappears, little drunk, little stumbly. Clearly doesn't know that this has happened. Looking for her.
Okay.
Walks all the way up there. And they have to be like, well, we're sorry, but she got arrested. And he was like, oh, okay. And he just kind of muddled away. And that was my day yesterday. It was very interesting. It was strange, odd people.
It's only going to get more interesting
Yeah.
as this week progresses.
I know. I know. But I was like, oh, This is what we're doing.
It's a shame they didn't have that concert while the event was happening this weekend.
Oh,
Right.
like next weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Well, two classes clashing together is amazing.
The Tahoe might have been smited.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one of these days. Apparently, we're also having Faith Night for the hockey game, so I don't know if there's something that I'm unaware of that's still happening.
Wait, Faith Night?
Really?
Yeah, I gotta add text message because I am on the list for when tickets and stuff go out, and like the themes. The first couple themes were cool. There was like a DC superheroes theme, there was a Harry Potter theme, and then there was like a Faith Family Friends theme, and I was like,
Jesus loves
That
hockey.
seems out of place.
I mean, I know that
It's a hockey arena next to a casino.
yeah. First of all, and we know that Jesus doesn't play hockey. He didn't like get nailed to the boards again. Boom. Said that
Should have known something
How
like
long
that was
you
going
been
to
holding
happen.
that one in?
Long enough to say
joke.
it.
Honestly, it just came to me again because I was like, you know what? I know there's a joke there somewhere. I was watching Letterkenny yesterday. It just kind of came back to me.
How's that cigar, Kevin?
I got to do the retro hail.
Well, the retro hail is pretty good.
Oh, was it on camera?
No, because it was after that.
Oh, it was on accident.
Yes,
You laughed the retro hail.
I did, and it burns a lot.
Nailed to the boards.
Again.
Uh,
you have to put the again part in there. I
uh,
think Neil told me that joke, if I'm being honest.
I wouldn't be surprised. That feels like something that would come out of Neil's mouth.
That's a hockey player joke
Yeah.
for sure.
I will say with this cigar, I don't get any pepper note or any spice in there at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't drink the Nicaraguan.
I still
I don't
thought
know,
they
this
would
one
have
is.
a pepper though.
This one tastes Nicaraguan though.
She was definitely on meth and only knows how to use Plenum computers from Windows 95.
God damn it. It's not my fault. I have other computers that are modern. This one just isn't. There's nothing I can do about it.
His other computers is Apple or the Dell from work.
There's nothing I can do about the Dell from work. That's just what they give you.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Apple's a cult, but he's already inscribed, so he's good.
I had to join the cult.
I only joined the cell phone cult.
No, so I don't know if it's still the case. It probably still is. But the testing software that they give the bar exam on,
There's only an Apple.
and the testing software that they give every law school exam on is built for Apple. You can do it on a PC, but it fucks up all the time. Like you can't scroll back, you can't randomly select things to delete and edit. Like it's a challenge
Ooh.
because it's not written for whatever the code
So
variation
you were
is.
forced into it, is what you're telling
Yeah,
us.
they just tell you flat out. They're like, you're going to buy an Apple. They're like, some of you, they go, some of you might take the first exam on your PC laptop, and then you're going to go buy an Apple.
You're going to realize how bad it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have dropped out of law school.
I did. I took the first exam on a PC laptop.
And you were like, no, never again.
And then I went and bought off of somebody for like $300 a used MacBook Air. Because my intention was just to use it for that. But you end up using it for so often for writing that you just, and then when that one crapped out, I just went and got a new one.
If that's not proof that the world hates lawyers, I don't know what is.
I mean, listen, the world definitely hates lawyers, but there's a reason for that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's earned.
I know. Because they're lawyers.
I did one of my buddies from law school. I haven't talked to him in a little bit because, lawyer, and I was obviously not in the cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like undercover.
Dude, when
Nobody
I
expects-
smoke in Fumari, one of the African American guys that comes in, every time he sees me, he's like, "You guys still got this undercover hanging out in here?" He's like, "I'm not sure I can stay." Every single time.
Yeah, legit. You joined up to a crew, indoctrinated yourself just enough to get what you needed out of it, And then you just boom, ghosted the
And
whole
then
thing.
bailed.
Yeah, you were legitimately like a biker gang undercover cop.
You completed your mission. You're done. You're
yeah,
out.
yeah. Now you're out. You know, you just different name, different state. Done.
Anyway, so I put up a post of golfing the other day, and he fucking hit me up, and he's like, "When are we going golfing?" It's like I didn't know that you golfed.
Well,
didn't know.
he's a lawyer now, so yeah.
Yeah, you had to pick it up.
It's one of those things. Your clients golf. You kind of have to golf too.
I didn't play that. I honestly, so I walked the last 18 that I played because I wanted to give my knee some rehab, like walk on uneven surfaces, like rudimentary hiking, basically.
Yeah.
Less boring than being on the treadmill.
Yeah, exactly. And it was solid for about 12 holes. The swing started to fade at the turn. So I parred every hole. I couldn't putt yet because I haven't been doing it enough, so I lost my feel for putting. I was close, but I just couldn't sink any birdie putts.
Yeah.
So I was exactly even through 8. And then I finished the day 7 over. So I bogeyed on the back 9. I bogeyed a bunch just because I couldn't, my swing was just starting to fade. So I told him, I should have walked the front 9 and then gotten in a cart for the back 9.
On the turn, been like, time to get a cart.
Yeah.
So you have to get the cart at the beginning, or you can get it at any point. But
I
you
could have
to walk
grabbed it
back.
at the turn. They wouldn't have cared.
Okay.
At this course, it's built into the fee. You don't pay an extra cart fee. So I already paid for it. I could have
okay.
grabbed it whenever. I just wanted to walk.
What course was it?
Eagle Valley.
Okay. Yeah.
I just wanted a nice, easy,
Simple.
I'm not playing well enough yet. I wasn't sure my knee could, and I was right. I wasn't sure that my knee would take 18 holes, especially walking.
Yeah,
So-
well, and walk. I mean, you did 18 okay with LeBron.
Yeah, but it was the same thing. My swing faded
Okay.
on the back 9.
Oh, you played with Laurent too.
Yeah. So this
Okay.
is my second round on the new knee, or on the repaired knee. Wow.
You heard it. You heard it here. New knee, new robot.
Yeah, was that Freudian slip? What was that?
I got some new parts. I'm pretty happy with it. Towards the end of the round, it's hard to get onto my left side to finish the swing. As it starts to swell up a little bit, just reflexively, it doesn't, your body just doesn't want to get over there.
Did you need to ice it when you came back?
No, I put it up, but I didn't ice it.
Okay.
It's not swelling.
It's swelling, but just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Not
it
a
doesn't-
bunch.
I got you.
Just enough to hinder the golf game.
And then bowling. Bowling probably didn't help.
Probably
that's
not.
true.
Did you do that before or after?
Before.
No, yeah.
2 days before.
Yeah, that probably didn't help at all.
You got broke toes over there, you know.
Stop kicking your wife.
See, look, now you put it out there. Everybody's gonna think I abuse my wife.
You do.
I don't. She
You-
abuses me. Get it right.
So this kicking was self-defense.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
It sounds like
perfect.
plausible deniability. I don't know. I don't think that's how that works, but
I'm
that's how
sorry.
I'm making
I'm
it
sorry,
work.
Senator. I cannot recall. No, you don't get plausible deniability if you did it.
Yeah.
They didn't do it though. They didn't see it.
No, you're supposed to say, I can neither confirm nor deny these actions without the senator's
Listen,
approval.
the only one that got hurt here was me.
Yeah.
Nah, so like I said, I was blowing out my AC unit because
Don't try to cover up the story. Kevin lives on 112 Shallow Way.
it's the shallowest. Okay, I won't tell the story.
No,
Fuck you
go
guys.
ahead,
No,
tell
I'm
okay,
waiting.
buddy,
Yeah,
it's
we're
all right.
waiting.
No,
He's the
waiting.
one that stepped on you, but you have to expect that.
no, you go sit over there and grumble in the corner.
Casey doesn't
Grumble.
say anything until you're mid-sentence, and then he cuts you off
Yeah.
He does.
to make fun of you.
Yeah.
It's who Casey is.
And then he gets the whole thing derailed.
yeah.
Anyways, so like I said, my AC unit, because we don't use it during the summer, we only use it during the winter because
So it's really just your heating unit?
it's just a heating unit.
Yeah.
There's no central AC. So I had to clean that out, clean off all the sensors for it to actually work. Otherwise, it'll try to kick on, click, the blower will turn off, and then the fire will cut out. And it'll do that through the whole time. So I have to clean it out regularly, at least once or twice, once a month, at least.
Wow.
And then, so I did that, and then I left it in the hallway. And in the middle of the night, while I was walking around going to go get some water, I decided it'd be a great idea to take my right foot and break my index toe on, not my index, my ring toe on it. Because why not?
I mean, I've literally kicked kettlebells in the middle of the night and I was fine. What happened to you?
I kick everything. Listen,
I'm sorry. It's fucking Christian dude. He's on fire.
what do you say? Lane has the old colorful Apple computer from Zoolander. He's trying to get the files out of the monitor.
Just getting picked on.
I am too. It's
He's
okay.
just shooting fucking shots. It's fucking hilarious.
Christian's shooting shots at you. Casey's shooting shots at me.
Well, see, the thing, your story was really believable until you're like, yeah, I got up at midnight for some water. Motherfucker, you don't drink water. You meant whiskey. Come on.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't get like I was awake the whole time. I just got out of bed to walk that way. I do drink water. I usually have a flask. I don't have it this time.
Of water?
No, of booze. So I don't have to get up out of the middle of the night.
It's like, who carries a flask of water around?
Yeah, listen, that sits by the bed. It's good. I fill it every night before bed because it's empty by the time I wake up.
Kevin, when the podcast ends, I think we really need to have a talk.
Listen, I don't have a problem drinking. It's pretty easy. I grab the glass.
We should do it
I pick it up.
We should do it
and I
on
drink.
air because me and Lane have actually prepared some things for you.
God, I can't wait. You know, we should do that. Do it. I'm ready to listen.
Oh God, I would never be part of an intervention.
I hope not.
Oh, see, that's why Christian's picking on you because he just polished off his triple oak. So
Okay.
he's saucy.
That means there was an ounce left in it, and that's what he's calling polished up. But anyways, so that single toe hit that wheel, and it just destroyed it.
Oh,
Because I was walking fast with a purpose. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm watching a movie. I didn't pause the movie because I'm like, fuck it. I'll be back in time. Nothing's
So-
gonna happen.
There was just a series of bad decisions.
Correct.
Okay.
And then bad decisions continue because I rented a car to go to Vallejo to
Yeah,
Six
yeah.
Flags again to take the oldest for his birthday. And I pick up the car.
You traumatized that boy.
So,
I'm just saying.
not my problem. His problem.
Oh, wait, no. This story gets better.
So I get the rental car. I bring it back. I go to my dad's because I have to help him. So we go to Reno. I stop up there, help him with his project there. That's when I stopped
that.
at Fumari too, the same day.
Okay.
And at Fumari, I met those guys, talked to them. They were pretty cool. I got back home just about 8 o'clock, and everybody was asleep in the house already. And I'm like, they're all old farts, even though there's 2 kids and my wife.
This coming from the dude who couldn't sit up in the booth because his hip cramped.
It's not on camera. There's no proof. I can neither confirm nor deny these accusations at this time. Anyway, so I go and I get home at 8, and I'm like, well, she's asleep. If I wake her up, I'm going to have to listen to her. So I decide then, because
That's a real thing.
I told Enterprise that I was going to pick up my car. I walked from my house all the way to Enterprise
with a broken toe.
with a broken toe, hobbling there. And then my foot swelled up. But I did clean up the street as I was walking because I pick up things. There was a metal rod in the middle of the road. I'm like, oh, cool, I can use this. There's trash. I put it in a bucket that I found. So I collected a bunch of trash to throw away on my way there because that's what I do.
It's like a mini hobo adventure.
I pick up screws if I see them on the road.
See? It's one of those things.
I don't keep them.
Yeah, he kept him.
I threw them
So
away.
I mean-
I kept the metal rod. I threw everything else away.
See what I mean?
I kept the metal rod because
I could use
it's
this
useful.
for something.
The trash wasn't useful, so it got thrown.
Mm-hmm.
But he does the same thing. You've seen people, or you've had that issue where hell, I got a bolt through my tire and I had to fix it myself on the side of the road. I don't want anybody else to have to go through that, so I pick it up. It's one of those things. It's common decency. If you're walking on the side of the road, you should do it.
Oh, did I tell you guys why? Quick interjection. I finally figured out what was wrong with my mountain bike tire.
Oh,
I dislodged a spoke.
And it punctured
So I
the
ran
tire.
it through water, and I ran it through once, and squeezing it, trying to get air to come out of the tire. Don't see anything.
Yeah.
Go all the way through, turn around, go all the way through, nothing. I'm like, well, what the fuck?
Why
And I'm
is
just leaning on it at this point, and I look down, and there's air coming out of one of the spoke holes. I was all, oh.
How'd you fix that?
I have to retape it.
Okay.
I haven't done it yet. I've got the tape. I just haven't.
Well, I mean, it's not like
I
you're
have to
gonna
wait
be
until it
riding-
warms up outside because I run tubeless, so there's that sealant shit inside.
Oh.
So I got to take it outside where I can clean it up.
Why don't you get a heat gun? Do you want to borrow mine?
Why do I need a heat gun?
You're going to heat it up, clean it up, clean it out.
No, I'm just the sealer. There's too much of it in there.
Oh, okay.
Use quite a bit. It'll just goop all over everything. So I'll just let it goop all over my patio. It's like that stucco, whatever,
yeah.
and I'll just clean it off.
Fair enough. Throw some wax paper down or something. Easy cleanup.
But I'm not going to do it inside.
Fair. Don't want to make a mess. Don't want to have to clean it up even more.
Yeah,
That stuff's gross.
Yes. It's like green goop shit, right?
it's orange, but it's the same shit.
Yeah. So I make it all the way down there. I get in my car. I get home. Foot swells up. The next morning, we wake up. The wife is at work. She gets off at noon. We hop in the car about 1 and drive down there.
Don't think for the record that he went in to get it checked out.
Why would I do that? I was in the Army. We don't do that. They tell you take IBUs and walk it off. Guess what I did? I took IBUs and walked it off.
It's a great way to end up with crooked toes.
Who needs straight toes?
I don't know, people with balance.
I have proper balance between the pinky toe and the big toe. I don't need the 3 in the middle. Listen, if I lost those, it wouldn't hurt.
He's never going to be a ballerina.
I don't need to be a ballerina. Have you seen my dexterity? Not great. Not great at all.
Facts.
As you can tell with the broken toe. So we go down to Vallejo, but on the way down there, the youngest gets sick in the car in the back seat. So we have to walk around for like an hour.
Yeah.
So by the time we get to Vallejo to Six Flags, through all the traffic, because there was a bunch of idiots that did stupid shit.
What?
One of them was pretty bad. It was a motorcycle accident. Sad. But we get down there. It's 6:05, and we get to the park gate, and everything's just closed down, and people are leaving. I'm just like, the fuck place is this? Who closes down at 6?
Oh, they do.
Like, it's a
apparently.
theme park. They shouldn't close down till like 10, maybe 8.
Now
earliest.
I have to interject.
Yes, he does.
Kevin went to Six Flags a week before.
But I was early.
You would think he would have checked the times when they operate for his return trip with his children.
Would you have done that, Casey?
Yes, I would have.
Would you, though?
I would have.
Well, here's the kicker that I didn't tell you. On the drive down there, I'm like, hey, check what time the park closes. She looked up Six Flags. She said 1 a.m. I'm like, all right, fine, great, that's great.
Yeah, okay.
Wrong
So we
Six
get
Flags.
there, and
Yeah.
then she looks at it again, and
Six
she's looking at the
Flags.
one in L.A.
Yeah, Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Yes.
Six Flags Texas.
The one in L.A. is the one that's 1 a.m. and she gets upset about it, and then she starts pouting on the drive home, and she falls asleep at some point, which is fine, because then I don't have to hear it, and I'm listening to a podcast, so it's not interrupted. The kids were less pouty, but we come up here. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll come up here, go to Harris, go to that arcade. We went around the arcade. They won some stuff. Went home. Fine. Go to bed. Next morning, I have to wake up to drop off the car. The first words I hear in the morning as I'm waking up and she's waking me up so we can go is, God damn it, Cora, you chewed up my fucking shoe. Why would you do this? Why are you doing this now? I thought you stopped. And I'm like, I got mad about it. And I'm like, listen, if you picked your fucking shoes up off the floor, you wouldn't have to complain about my dog eating your goddamn shoe. Clean your area. And then
shit.
it got quiet, and
Yeah.
it was nice and quiet for a little while. And then we started talking, and then I somewhat apologized, and then she's like, well, she ate my shoe, and she brought up the shoe again, so I reiterated what I said that
You're
morning.
like, I only apologized if you were not going to discuss this anymore.
Well, that's
It was a contingent apology.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. It is, because I'm like, you know what? I was kind of mean this morning. I was waking up. What, you gonna do that to me when I'm waking up? Don't complain to me about my dog when you're the root of the issue.
Oh my God, this is.
Oh, Christian, 100%.
Just drop a
100%.
hammer on your pinky toe to balance it out. Kevin is like Clark Griswold, parking at the end of the parking lot. Didn't you punch money in his face? No, but I do park at the end of the parking lot usually. This time I did not. I parked in the middle because it was a rented car, so I didn't care.
I mean, he could really make the vacation movies.
Legit. I
It's
mean,
his reality
that
TV
is-
show.
That is legit.
Well, the best thing is, so yesterday, my mom and dad call me and have me come over to their house too. This is after I got the car back and everything. And so I have to go down there and I'm helping them lay new flooring because they decided to replace it this weekend. So on my hobbled toe, you have to be on your knees the whole time,
Yeah.
tacking in this floor, getting it all ready and pinched in, and I getting up, moving around. It was a pain in the ass. At one point, I'm just like, if I sit on it this way, I don't have to have my toe touching the ground, and I don't have to kneel, so my knees don't have to hurt. Because I'm not.
Spry.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that joke.
You're not a spry young chicken.
No, I was gonna make a worse joke, something you would make,
What's that?
but not gonna say it. That's what that is.
No balls.
Listen, we're not even all the way up yet.
No balls.
You guys ready for the holidays?
I hate the holidays.
Fuck Christmas.
See, we're both on the same path. I can hate. My mom's like, she's like, I got new decorations. Do you want to put them up for me? I'm like, no, you already know. I don't put the stuff up anymore. When I lived with you, fine. Now, no, I don't decorate. I hate decorating because you also make me take it down, and you usually have me decorate at the worst time possible. It's either raining, it's snowing out there, or some other bullshit. So I don't decorate. I hate it.
I miss some level of festive.
Inside is fine. I don't want to decorate outside because then I have to
Yeah, that's
deal with
fair.
all the wind and stupid shit.
I'll accept inside can be festive, but you know what? Not till after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, after Thanksgiving.
No.
And they're not even going to be here Thanksgiving. They're gone for 2 weeks. Dad's also going to the F1.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
With Hefe?
No. He's trying to get him from somebody else. I think one of the Rio guys.
Okay. That'd be fun.
He's like, you need to make sure you take a day off at some point so we can go to F1. I'm just like, I hate Vegas.
Hey, we've got Tyson Paul on Friday.
All right.
If they don't call it off.
Legitimately just saw a commercial for it on ESPN. They actually had a commercial.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, Christian. But Kevin, would you strap your dead mother-in-law to the roof of an SUV and deliver her to your wife's brother?
100%.
I don't have problems with my mother-in-law. Me and my mother-in-law are more on the same page than me and my wife.
Legit, Kevin is that kind of practical, though.
But yes, if that was the case, yes. I don't have an RV, but I have an SUV, so for sure.
I'm looking forward to that fight.
Yeah.
I am too. It's been talk for a while.
I don't know why. It's a 58-year-old boxer against a 27-year-old YouTuber.
I'm really hoping he just wrecks him, though.
Because this is the time that finally the older generation gets to beat on the younger generation. This is for all the fucking YOLOs and bullshit.
Listen, I could be wrong, but every part of me says Tyson is going to destroy him.
And that's where we're at, too. And we want to see it as well. They've been talking about this for what, 2, 3, 4 years now?
At least a year, because it was good. Here's what happened: is that Mike Tyson had an ulcer problem after he was on a plane. I think it was the same plane that he beat the shit out of that dude on. I can't confirm, but I feel like he angrily beat the shit out of somebody. So much anger went through his body, it popped an ulcer. And then he turned around and said, I can't be eating that junk food no more. Clearly, I need to take this more seriously. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat healthy for the whole time.
I mean, you're going to know pretty quick. You're going to be able to see the reaction on Paul's face when he takes the first shot.
Yes.
But do you remember that Joe Rogan episode where he's standing at the table and he hasn't been doing any of his things and it's just him working out in his prime again? He got like it looked like he got angry and was getting ready to hop across the table, and it freaked out Rogan.
Oh, yeah. Rogan said he was terrified.
Yeah.
And Rogan's a talented fighter.
Everyone who has seen Tyson since within the last 6 months is like, this is the scariest thing ever.
I can't wait.
Like, not only is he pretty much back to who he was, he's in some ways better than he was.
Well, and without weed, he's still Mike Tyson. Like, there's still that switch that doesn't turn off.
no.
If Tyson doesn't knock him out in the first 3 rounds, I think he's going to wear out and lose. But he's looked strong in his training videos.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know about his endurance. His power is still there, and his speed's still pretty close.
Here's the thing, and I've noticed that, because you know how, like, well, Kevin does watch sports, but you know in sports, like, they're all talking, like, age is a really big thing now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're talking about the Rams today, and they're like, oh, you know, Cooper Kupp's like 36, and the quarterback's like 35. Like, everyone is surprised that these guys in their mid to high 30s and low 40s are still playing the game at peak conditioning.
Yeah.
Like, conditioning and training has just come so far.
Yeah.
I think in the last 20 years, like the sports science alone has evolved to a different level. So you take guys like Mike Tyson and you go, okay, here's how you used to do it. Cool. Things have changed the last 20 years, bud. Here's the new way. All of a sudden, that dude goes, oh, this is how we treat my body now? Okay, cool. Those guys come back and you're like, oh shit.
Well, this is one of the like misconceptions about muscle. You don't lose muscle. Muscle becomes deconditioned. It loses water weight. It becomes less effective.
Right.
But you can put that back, at least temporarily. But you don't lose it.
Right.
You just have
So
to
The
He's-
dude is still going to be throwing sledgehammers.
Yeah. I mean, what is that fight science? They said that like a punch from him was like a full speed sledgehammer. Like if you fully swung a sledgehammer into someone's chest, that
Yeah.
was the equivalent force that Mike Tyson's punch was putting into someone. And it was like a ton of force weight
yeah,
in his fucking fist.
because they showed the breakdown too on what would happen.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay. No, I'm good. Like, I mean, I get that it's been a joke for like 20 years. Like, would you take a punch from Mike Tyson? People are like, I don't know. Yeah, probably.
No.
No.
Lane Knight could.
Like, they predicted
But
this in The Hangover when fucking he knocked that dude out. The dude goes, he still got it. Oh, how cool. You know what? Look, I know I want him to come out to the one note,
Yeah.
but if he came out to Phil Collins, would you be disappointed?
I'd be less disappointed if he came out to something like from fucking Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, no. Yeah, come on. In the air tonight. Do 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 do.
They got to play that right before
You
the
would be
knockout
like,
hit.
"Oh my God, Mike Tyson!"
That would be so jarring.
I know people say that that's the best scene that used that song, but that's false. The best scene is still the first episode of Miami Vice
Yeah.
because they play the full song, and it's legitimately just Crockett and Tubbs getting ready to go into that fucking drug deal, driving in the black Ferrari, and like Tubbs just loading the shotgun. They're not saying anything to each other, and it's just Phil Collins playing, and it's like the greatest scene in all of TV. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't know that I've ever seen
You've
that.
never seen the first
don't
episode of
think
Miami
so.
Vice?
I don't
think
it's
so either.
fantastic. I'll show it to you guys later. It's amazing.
We'll have to look at it. Yeah.
I mean, half of what was cool about Miami Vice was like how they dressed and what they drove. And
They were just cool. This is Miami Vice. Although the list of people who are in there that did cameos, pretty good too.
yeah, you used to get that in TV shows like that.
Oh.
But he's noticing a lot more of them now because they're newer actors that are in there too, right?
I mean, you still see it, but like, I mean, if you watch like episodes of Miami Vice, like Bruce Willis did a cameo, and you're like, what? Is that Bruce Willis? Wait a minute.
Was he a drug dealer?
Yeah, of course he was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course he was. Come on.
He's either the cop or the drug dealer. Your choice.
No. Before Die Hard, Bruce Willis legitimately would just take any role he got, and then afterwards it was like 50-50. He did the fucking Honeymooners, for Christ's sake, okay?
What else is going on, guys?
Well, you guys didn't see
Other
it
than
yet,
Christian fucking
but
throwing darts.
the Mission Impossible trailer's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it yet.
I'm excited for that. Like, I like that franchise.
It's a
Okay.
good franchise.
Because here it's it's what I like about it is that it's the opposite of Fast and Furious.
It's not about family.
Like it. No, well, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is.
It kind of is actually
They
about
just
family.
don't say it.
But it's like the missions do seem to get more and more impossible.
yeah.
But it's still like not a Fiero in space impossible. You're like, you know, it's really just like
It would have been better if it was Reliant Robin.
what Tom Cruise stunt can he get away with in this particular movie?
What
Yeah.
most dangerous stunt can he do this time?
And in this one, he's legitimately free hanging off of a rolling like Red Baron biplane.
so it's
And you're just like,
so
All
it's,
right,
it's not
all
a
right.
C-130 this
I,
time.
I see what's going on here. I see what he's doing.
The 1985 white Testarossa from the original Miami Vice was legendary.
Yes, except for it was the black one.
You're gonna have an argument on.
No, it was the black one, the black Testarossa from the first season. It's black, but Michael Mann, being Michael Mann, is like, you know, as cool as the black car looks for the daytime shots, we do a lot of nighttime shots,
And
and
a
the
different
black
color.
black Testarossa doesn't have curves in the dark because of the film we use. So they commissioned to paint it white and made it a white Ferrari. It's the same Ferrari, but it's white
Just
now
white.
because it looks way cooler at nighttime than it did for that shot.
You know, it's disappointing because those were the two, the Testarossa and the Countach were the two supercars when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Come to find out, they were two of the worst supercars ever made.
of all time.
Yeah.
Although I would take a Testarossa over Countach,
Yeah.
like 100%.
But I mean, they both have mountains of problems.
terrible fucking cars. Yeah, you're like, wow.
Like the ones before them were better, and the ones after them were better.
yeah. Because really, what was the Magnum Ferrari? That was the one.
What was his Ferrari?
What did he have? The F-35?
I don't know. It was a.
I think it's convertible. I think it's
It is convertible. It had to be
Yeah,
convertible.
it's
You know why?
convertible.
They couldn't put the top on.
because Tom Selleck's too tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Jeremy Clarkson problems.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just do what Shaq does: rip out the front seat.
Yeah, we're
Sit in the back.
Sit in the back. I was.
What
joking.
movie is that?
Police Academy.
Please
Oh,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. You comfortable? Not really. Well, we could just rip out the front seats and sit in the back. You know, I was kidding, but comfort's good. Comfort's good. Because it was the Copeland's car, the skinhead dude,
Yeah, yeah.
and they just stole his car. Those are also the guys that end up always going to the Blue Oyster Bar. I think you could bring that movie back.
Police Academy?
I think so.
I think so, but you'd have to find the right actors.
Well, yes, and I mean, I don't know, like, I know the jokes wouldn't hold up. The hardest part you'd have is replacing Motormouth Jones,
Yes.
because there's only one Michael Winslow.
Yeah.
There's like who's Michael Winslow? You just have to bring him back as like the commandant or something.
Yeah, no. Or the lieutenant.
Oh yeah, Lieutenant.
328 GTS.
Ah, there you go. 328.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew there was a 3 somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was at the beginning. It seems like
Dude, I saw a sexy fucking Ferrari driving around town a couple days ago.
Which one? That
I was
light,
amazed it was still up here.
that light blue one?
No, I hadn't seen it before.
Oh,
It was, oh shit, I can tell you what model it is. It's the one with the really big rear fender wells. It almost looks like a short front end because the back is so large.
oh. Is it a California?
No, it wasn't California. Smaller.
Smaller. Interesting.
what color was it?
It was like a dark gray.
Oh,
It was-
Ferrari gray.
It was fucking sexy.
Nice.
Like, it's an expensive car.
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
in a embankment right now, but
Yeah, right.
Unless he got it out of here in time.
I was amazed it was still up here. I'm like, what are you doing driving that around?
I don't think Ferrari makes snow tires, do they?
I don't think they would fit under the fender wells.
I don't think that. Are their cars all-wheel drive?
Some
Okay.
kind of.
Magnum PI car.
Yeah, the 328 GTS.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Hold on.
Now you're looking at something else
I'm
up.
going to see if I can find it.
So,
What do you got?
I was gonna ask how Grandma was.
Grandma's good.
You talked to her. I didn't.
She's good.
I don't think I've met Grandma. I just call
Oh,
her
no.
Grandma.
No.
I thought about it. I saw the turn off for Reading. I'm like, I could just make a call.
Go on up.
Go see Grandma.
Go
she
on
doesn't
up.
even know me.
She'll open the door.
He says 488.
Yeah.
Question
Question
mark.
mark. Was it
Oh.
488? Could be.
I don't know. He's gonna look right now.
458 Italia, maybe? Is that one?
No, it wasn't a 458.
Are you gonna plan a trip to go see her, or is she coming back?
I should go up there.
Yeah, because it's a quick day trip, isn't it?
No, it's still. It's
Like 3 hours away.
5.
5 hours?
Yeah, because it's up to Reading and then it's another 45 minutes to Weaverville.
Nah.
So it's
Hazard County. Get it right.
Hazard County. Yeah, it's definitely definitely Hazard County.
Them damn Dukes brothers.
Big boys. I would love to go up there in a fucking bright orange Charger and just mob around on the
If I-
6 roads that she has.
If I ever get one, we'll do it.
That's
That's what I'm working towards. Mind you,
And we need an old police car to chase it. We just fucking Dukes of Hazzard.
with the horns on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the horns were on Boss Hogs.
No, the horns were on the General Lee.
Was no, they weren't.
Oh, the bull horns.
Bull horns were
Yeah,
on.
they're Boss Hogs limousine.
You got to get that too.
The white. I still think because it's funny because there's a general store, which has like the post office in it too, and I always tell her I'm like you should buy the general store, and rename it the Boar's Nest, because then you really would be living in Hazard County. There's an old restaurant there that no one uses anymore, but
I'm just amazed we didn't rename this cigar shop the Blue Oyster Bar. In hindsight,
why would we name it the Blue Oyster Bar? That was a gay bar.
I know, but you bring it up so often.
Well, yeah, because
'cause you want to go there.
I usually tell people that's where they can score drugs in Tahoe.
That actually used to be true, so it wasn't called the Blue Oyster Bar.
I know, but you know what? It's funny now because not many people have seen that movie. It's
It
amazing.
was called Faces.
I love living outside of my generation. I can just fucking play those games on people.
You do it all the time with the Dukes of Hazzard stuff.
Dude, I do it a lot. Like I'll make references. People are like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right. We're not the same age."
You're like, this is gonna be fun.
Like I forgot. I know more about the '80s than a lot of people.
Christian, the 488, the rear end looks right, but I didn't catch the hood scoops, like the cutouts in the hood. I thought it was solid, but I didn't get that close of a look at the front. But the side looks right. The side profile's right.
There's a few of those. I don't know where they keep hiding them. Incline Village, probably. But
Yeah, this was on its way out of Glenbrook.
oh yeah. Oh, I forget about Glenbrook. The hidden gem of fancy cars.
Did you see the #1 small town to live in Nevada was Minden, Gardnerville?
But
What?
that's where all the
According to who?
I don't know, some random
that's where all
fucking
the
travel.
wealthy white people move.
It's bullshit. Well, Stone Cold has a house there.
Somewhere they actually named the ranchos. I was like, wait, what? Hold on.
Really?
What?
What?
The Ranchos?
There's the house.
Hold on. What bullshit biased fucking
It's because
pay-
they have the new building.
This is your taxpayer it works.
Well, yeah, but they've been building newer houses down there a lot more lately. So
Is
that's
the
probably
south
why.
end of the valley also considered the ranchos?
So
Like over where Broken Skull Ranch is?
I believe so. Yeah.
Is that the ranchos? Because that would make sense. Everything over there is fucking super spendy.
That's true.
I think so. Yeah. I think that's no. So I think that's still part of Gardnerville. The section. It's just that section where I live, back down to the dirt. The dirt over there.
The sand pits?
Yeah, the sand pits.
Okay.
So that's the ranchos, and then you have Gardnerville all up and through there, going down the highway up to that 7-Eleven. That's all just regular Gardnerville.
Okay.
Is he the Minden rattlesnake now?
Right.
I didn't think he lived in Minden. I thought he lived off of out there by the dump, off of one of those roads.
No, he lives on the other side of 88.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you go down Kingsbury Grade, you turn right right at the bottom. He lives
way.
down at the south end of that road.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So the Minden rattlesnake lives there.
Isn't that still Gardnerville though?
That's still Gardnerville, I think.
Gardnerville rattlesnake.
Gardener snake. That's what that is.
Just saying.
You can definitely say that to him next time you run into him.
You should. You should totally do that.
Casey, that one's for you.
Hang on, the heart's in the way.
That heart is not well
Wow,
placed.
I didn't know that Christian was a frequent flyer of that establishment. That's good for him.
Right?
You're just gonna leave it at that and smoke him on the fucking podcast.
Well, he
This-
just happened to name a gay bar in Austin. It's like, oh, that's
Outing
really
himself.
interesting. You
The
know that.
Colorado is good.
Is it? This
Yeah.
is actually pretty good, actually.
This one's gotten better towards the end. It's a lot of woody notes, but
This is a beginner smoke.
I do like the Cusada more than I like the Casa Magna.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm gonna try this barber pole roll. See how it is.
I think we get the Casa Magna. It's gonna be the
The
5
regular-
packs for
yeah,
golf and not boxes.
I think so.
5 packs for golf is good.
They send
That
you a
makes
display.
sense.
Like it's perfect for golfers. They get one extra one. They don't have to worry about like keeping it in good shape. It'll be like they come with Boveda packs in them. They're pre-sealed.
Then those Bevedas were really,
Yeah, they're using good Bovedas.
yeah.
They're not doing there are some companies. The Boveda packs are rock hard.
Shiesty Boveda.
Right.
Like how many times have you reused this fucker?
Yeah, you just getting people to send them back to you. What's
Henry
going on
Clay.
here?
As much as like Henry Clay, you pull those Bovedas out of the bottom, and they're like fucking ninja stars.
Rock hard. You're like, what was this protecting?
Yeah, this might have actually been sucking humidity out of the cigars.
It's just drying out that patch of cigars it's under.
All right, we're at 127.
Oh, do we want to get out of here? What are we doing?
Smoking cigars right now
Smoking cigars.
and bullshitting
Shoot.
about.
Christian, what do you think?
Shooting the breeze.
What do you think now that Trump is the president elect? What are we going to see different in
How-
the next like year and a half?
How long is it going to take for them to try and go after him again?
They can't. Not for 2 years.
Here's the problem with that is you can't, because you did it to get him to not win, and he won. You now look like the biggest fucking assholes on the planet, and everybody just went, yeah, we don't care.
There's still the people, like mostly girls, are like, you elected a fascist felon. Validity of the felony charges aside, you know,
He wasn't.
insider of like an insurrectionist. You're like, so what does that say about your candidate? Because they don't ask the second question. They're just like, how
Yeah.
could you elect this terrible person?
Yeah.
You're like, what does that say about the
If-
person you were running?
If person is so bad,
Everyone knew these things were true, and they elected him anyway, which means your candidate was trash.
what was the president they compared him to? The guy who shot the guy?
But he wasn't convicted either, though, right?
They were like, this is the greatest comeback since the president from like 18 whatever that shot the guy and still won the presidential election.
Garfield? Was it Garfield?
I think it's Garfield. I was like, that's an interesting comparison to make, but you know what? You kind of got a point. At least our president didn't shoot a guy.
What was the line in the West Wing? The least popular vice president since since Lincoln, and his shot a guy.
Yeah, shot a guy. You know, there was one thing, and I don't know if I agree with it, but some people were saying that like it'll be another 100 years before we vote for a woman president. And I was like, I don't think that's true.
No, I think.
I
listen,
don't think
the
that
first
that's-
time the Republicans put up a female nominee, we're electing a female president.
Yeah.
But it just has to be.
I was like, you just need a stronger candidate. I'm sorry, this one wasn't it. And Nikki Haley was too smart for everybody.
It's dude, right? It's going to be Tulsi Gabbard.
You think so?
You're pretty sure.
Okay.
You think she's going to run for on the next term?
I don't know if she's going to run against Vance, but if Vance loses, she's in 8 years.
Okay. Yeah, because I see Vance being a strong contender.
Vance is going to be a hell of a candidate.
'Cause he-
I don't know. Vance's problem isn't going to be intelligence. Vance's problem is going to be popularity. Because the reason Trump won is because he just got so many people out to vote, And I don't know if Vance is going to accomplish that. It'll depend on how Trump's 4 years go.
True.
If they're really good, Vance is getting elected. If they're mediocre, if the Democrats can pull it together and find a candidate that's progressive in the right areas and moderate in the right areas, basically just opposite of everything Biden did, except for antitrust, then they've got a chance. But
I'd like the fact that the next election will pretty much be all new people.
yeah,
All right. So Christian says tax code and tax code / brackets, upper income limits will shift higher. Corporate tax rates will come down from 21 to 18%. He will try to end all conflicts. You'll see a lot of strong words with China.
well, that's fair. But the China was the easy one because he was strong with China, and then Biden was strong with China, and then he's just going to keep it going.
Vance
I'm okay with taxing corporations less, so long as we continue to prosecute monopoly.
All right. He says Vance had one of the highest rated vice president debates in history.
No, I understand that, Christian, but I still think there's a serious segment of the Trump population that was only going to vote for Trump, like only voted because Trump was running, and I think that's going to be a problem for Vance.
Because those guys will also probably be looking for different things.
Well, it's not even that. They were low propensity voters to begin with. Like some of them may have never voted until Trump was running.
And then they just show
And
up.
then might never vote again once he's off the ballot. Like that's going to be his problem. It's not going to be a popularity issue with the people that like him. It's going to be a popularity issue with the people that don't normally get off their asses to go vote.
Gotcha. That's fair.
The funny part is you said you weren't going to vote and still wound up going out and voting. And everybody else that I know that usually don't vote, they got up.
Well,
except
I
for-
always vote. I just wasn't sure I was going to vote for either candidate. But Harris, in the end, was just so terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, she was just pushing policy that has failed over and over and over again. She was pushing this country further and further away from work ethic and meritocracy every time she spoke. And that terrifies me because that's the thing this country needs to figure out.
Our work ethic, for sure.
Yeah. Especially this young, no offense, especially the younger generation.
No,
We don't take offense.
we've seen it.
I love to work.
Well, I know you do, but they're who I manage today, and they're a problem.
Oh, yeah.
They're the younger generation too is even worse.
Like I used to, behind the bar, right, where you're making good money, especially for your age, at 23, 24, 25, you're making, $120,000 a year fucking slinging drinks.
Yeah.
You used to have to fight for shifts. And now I've got 8 bartenders, maybe 2 of them will take, if I have an opening, will take a spot, knowing they're going to walk off the bar with between $500 and $700.
No one's fighting for it.
Yeah.
Wow. They're just
Yeah.
like, whatever.
I'd be
Yeah.
in that spot in a heartbeat
Yeah, give me the fucking money. Like,
if I
let's
was
go.
a bartender. And
But they're not. Half of they're going to make whatever money they need in their 2 or 3 days, and then they check out. And that you just can't run a country on that. On that work ethic, it doesn't hold. Like I appreciate that people value mental health and they want their time away. Like corporate employers are not loyal. Like they'll replace you in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, they'll chew people up and spit them out.
At the same time, if you've got money on the table and you're willing to walk away, that's something that this country isn't used to. Yeah.
Fair.
it makes it harder to want to hire people.
I mean, I have
too.
people that turn down Saturday shifts, and Saturday shifts are $1,000.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I'd turn that
Yeah.
down.
Fuck that. What are you gonna do on a Saturday anyway? Nothing.
It's not like you were planning on going out anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's too many people out.
You're just going to sit at home.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is a problem. Like, this country was built on work. It didn't happen on accident. We were able to do it because there was so much opportunity, resource rich, lots of area, agriculturally rich. But people worked for it really fucking hard. And now they're like,
We're okay.
yeah.
We're fine.
A lot of the actual like craftsmen, like your AC guys, your carpenters, your labor
the
force,
trade jobs.
the
Yeah.
trade jobs. They pay really well, extremely well,
because
but
they're running out
it
of
requires
workforce.
a lot of work.
Well, and the people in the trades work very hard.
Yes,
The problem is getting people into the trades.
most of them don't want to go into the trades. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's hard work, and they know it is.
Yeah. But it's like those are jobs we need. Like unless there's a robot, unless Tesla's building a repair all robot like a Mr. Handy,
See,
we
this
need
one's,
something
this one's doing it too.
spongy.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Spongy and hot.
Mine's been
Mine's a little
solid.
spongy. It's not hot. I did develop a crack.
Maybe I'm just smoking it too fast.
It's possible. Probably because it's so airy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting superheated.
This isn't as bad as the box press, but it's still getting spongy.
Okay.
I thought they were the same thing, the square press and the box
No,
press.
he's on a different one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a traditional round.
Okay. I didn't think you went through that one that quickly.
Cuban, Christian, we gonna see you out here this winter at all?
Yeah, hopefully. Come on, Cuban.
I mean, he's in Dallas.
I was so disappointed in that Cuban price list.
Oh yeah, the one that's
That guy used to be super reasonable.
and now it's just that price that you told me. I'm like,
Those were
Yeah.
brutal. It's like,
Those were
I'm good.
those were
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you remember when we got the first price list?
Just fucking stupid cheap. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, whoa. We couldn't even get a third of the ones we got.
Yeah.
Like that's silly.
I was not impressed.
And that was the more reputable.
Yeah, it's the guy that I have gone through for my personal cigars for a while. Oh, Casey's reading.
Yeah, we'll be out for spring break
Spring.
time for him.
Okay. Cool.
Does he not snowboard or anything?
I don't know if he skis or snowboards.
I don't know. Isn't that the last time we saw him was springtime?
I think so.
Yeah. So that sounds about right.
But I don't know if he was getting up on the mountain at all.
I think he was just in here.
Yeah.
He'll have to let me know, and I'll try and take off a day so I can be up here too.
Yeah, come on out.
Hang out with everybody.
Well, if he
Depending
comes
on-
in on a Monday, we'll do this.
Yeah, depending on the schedule too.
There you go. Yeah. Live, not on the chat.
Now our chat's quiet.
We have the 4 setup now. We have everything for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
You have that other camera that's over there, so yeah.
Oh, he skis. He already got his Epic Pass.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, he got it before you did, Kevin.
Wait. How much? He gets a veteran pass too, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
How much was the veteran
he
pass
also,
when you got
He
it?
also didn't wait till the last minute.
I had a lot of things come up, and a short term of just forgetting.
Yeah, memory.
Yeah, that's what I said. Short term of just forgetting.
I've got. I was told I'd be good when the mountain opened on the 22nd.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel
Nice.
like that is a thing
Oh, yeah.
after your whole swelling?
Well, it's snowboarding's not going to mess it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the same, but I can cut that short. I mean, I was out there it took me 4.5 hours to walk that course. I was standing on it for 4.5 hours.
Yeah, and you're not going to be working the mountain, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was once. You son of a bitch.
Oh, he got the retired pass.
He got the retired pass though.
Yeah.
I can't get the retired pass.
Yeah.
Because I'm not retired. I'm just a vet. Just broken by the army and
Mm-hmm.
thrown away.
He got that for less than a day pass at the heat.
Maybe it was 125. Can't recall. Some bitch.
I think they were 179 this year for the retired
There you
pass.
go.
I'm thinking about going back just because of that. I'm like, if I join the National Guard, it's technically active.
No,
I
you're
could
gonna
probably
be a
do
nasty
that.
girl.
I'd be a nasty girl.
There you go.
Wear that
Woo.
nasty girl patch.
This is one of the areas where Vale steps on Altera pretty bad.
Yeah.
Altera's discount, even for retired, is like $200.
Yeah, and
So
Vale's
it's still like an $800 pass, 5 something for the base pass,
Oh yeah.
and the Epic Pass for retired. They're like a couple $100.
I mean, it makes sense though, right? Because, I mean, there's an Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Like,
We have most of Altera's mountains are in Colorado too, though.
oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think they'd be competitive then.
No, it's just a different philosophy.
Yeah, I don't have a 50% rating. I don't even have a rating. I should probably get that taken a look at.
Hey, you know what? You can join the Nasty Girls with your busted ass toes and then get a disability rating for that.
I don't know if they have tankers out here in this nasty girl spot.
They used to.
I'd have to drive by and see if they have tanks
They
again.
they well they have a tank display.
Because I would love to go back into tanks. I don't
That's
care.
the
anymore.
only reason I've been in an Abrams because they had one.
That job doesn't transfer outside well, but I would love to go back to
Dude,
it.
I'd be at the top of the Abrams and look at me like, no, I'm good.
It was fun.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, it was cool.
He climb in and go, "There's no room for me."
It was a little cramped.
I had an LT your size, except for stock year.
Dude, James was a fucking tanker. I don't know how. At 6'6".
Okay, it's fine. You'd be surprised. There's more room you think.
Nah,
Yeah.
You just gotta.
I'm
kick
good on
together.
tanks, good on submarines.
Listen,
I'm good.
Whoa.
The least amount of space in that tank, and Christian wasn't, but James could tell you, is the gunner seat. The gunner has no room,
Yeah, I'm
none
good.
whatsoever.
Also, dude, that would destroy my ears.
Kevin, I need to link up with you with company and help guide disability.
I would do the
Nice.
submarine thing if it was like down Periscope.
Of course you would. I don't think it is.
No,
It's not.
No, it's not. But if it was, I would sign up in a minute.
Listen,
'cause
you
that
have a
was-
squid. He's already told you about
his
that, right?
account.
Logan?
Hasn't he been in the tuna cans?
No, he was on a destroyer.
Oh, okay.
Chadius Maximus was a fucking sub guy.
Which explains a lot.
Yeah. 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 Because then you just realize it was 90 of those guys all together the whole time. Not like Crimson Tide. I feel like Crimson Tide lied.
You know, Christian, part of that, I was thinking about it just now. Like, in the Army, they tell you not to go and don't go to sick call because, you know, you'll be out and we don't want you on a disability, essentially, which is a little paper that they give you saying you can't do things. They basically consider you a broke dick. So I never went when I should have. I went like twice. Once for my back when I fell off the tank and landed on that rock, and then one other time, and I don't remember what that one. I think it was when I broke my toes the first time.
You and toes, man.
Listen,
Just cut them off, man.
that's what I'm thinking. They're
Just
kind
cut
of
'em off.
useless for me. The only two I need is the pinky and the big toe.
Isn't
That's for
it-
balance.
Aren't we supposed to evolve to not have toes at some point anyway?
I don't know.
I think there's a projection about people evolve, like, because now the little toe is not growing on certain people.
Okay.
So apparently, at some point, we're gonna evolve to not have toes at all.
Oh, see, I'm behind on evolution.
It's weird.
Like, I get made fun of for having fucking monkey toes.
That's right. Looking like a chimp over there with his shoes off. What was that? There was a tribe that their toes, because they don't wear shoes and climb trees. Their toes actually act like extra thumbs, like their pinky toes, and they grip on to the tree while climbing with them. It's pretty interesting. They evolved in a different area.
This is why you don't watch National Geographic 3 o'clock in the morning.
Kevin screwed.
I like that tribe of dudes who walk around on stilts, but that's just so they don't get bit by snakes.
I'm pretty sure in the Army, I just would have ended up as infantry. They would have been like, you go over there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or rear D.
He says to give me a cell when we're done.
Yours? Yeah, I'll send him a contact.
Come on, rear D's not so bad.
I had to stay for rear D once, and it sucked. I don't want to hear it's that bad.
It's like logistics. Like it's boring logistics.
Listen,
Go make coffee.
It wasn't
Okay.
even. It wasn't that one. It was the rear D when everybody goes on vacation. When you have your block leave, I stayed back one leave because I'm like, you know what? I don't need to go out there. I'm just gonna work anyways. And they make you do the monotonous bullshit of just the same stupid shit, plus more time in the motor pool, plus cleaning up some random fucking stain somebody
Clean
found.
stuff, mow the lawn,
Yeah.
wash the general's car. Rear D. Yes,
Dude.
we're in the army.
My uncle told people he mowed lawns at Bragg.
He probably did.
No, he did not.
There's a solid chance.
No, he did not. That's a cover story.
Yeah, there's a solid-
That's like saying he was in the 303rd Logistics Division and all he did was work on paper.
Listen, there's a chance he did that and that. Both are plausible. Listen, you can do awesome
Yeah.
shit
What-
at one point and then
what
go
was
back
his
to
name?
doing cutting
Lynch?
grass.
His name was not Lynch. I don't know that he ever would have taken a job with a 3-letter agency. He didn't have the mentality for it. He's got my brother's problem.
Except for less.
What's that?
Except for less of a problem.
No, he doesn't have the other problems.
Got it.
But he has that like rigid moral code problem for the army.
Oh yeah. Fair.
Like he wants to look his enemies in the eye.
Fair.
Not clandestinely.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, you could do it the same way. You just have to do it the James Bond way.
Yeah, that's not
It's not how that works.
I
what
know.
the CIA looks like.
I know.
Many movies have lied about how cool the CIA is.
Yes.
I mean, there are some guys in the CIA that get to do that shit. But everyone I've talked to is like, yeah, it's pretty boring.
Yeah. It's a lot of sitting around. It's like being at the dentist office, reading magazines
Trying not to get fat.
for 23 hours a day. And then every now and then, some guy comes along and tries to kill you.
What did you do? I was in the diplomatic corps.
Remember, no, that's never a cover.
Yeah, I have to talk to you after this, Christian.
Peace Corps and Diplomatic Corps are never covers for CIA operatives.
No. Those are covered for other countries' versions of the CIA when they come here.
Diplomatic Corps. We don't do that, though.
No.
No. We never want to sully the name of actual peacekeeping initiatives like the Peace Corps and the World Health Organization. So we never go undercover as those, just in case. You don't want to be stopped by some fucking Gestapo to be like, oh, you are the World Health Organization? Really? What is this sniper rifle for? Syringes?
Yes, medical proficiency at a distance.
You're like,
No, it's-
you're like, yeah, that's exactly. It's for rhinos.
Medical malpractice.
Yeah.
This is how we get rid of our suits.
Yeah. These are your papers? Okay.
All right. Let's get out of here. We still have reviews to shoot.
Yeah, we're at
yeah.
148.
Yeah.
We were
Perfect.
pushing it this time.
Perfect.
Christian, thanks for joining us, man. Super cool to have you here.
And thank you for picking on Lane the whole time. It was wonderful.
Someone has to. Not like you guys don't ever pick on me.
I know, right?
Well, I was
we
picking-
got
I was
we got
picking
an
on
extra
Kevin.
person.
You were. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
Listen, he wasn't making fun of your gimpness either. He's
It's because I'm not that gimpy.
not today.
So we're at that bowling thing, right? And it was a manager kickoff. And they also had laser tag. And they walked over and they're like, come play laser tag. I'm like, I can't. And they're like, what? I'm like, I'm not allowed to run yet.
No, see, you already fucked up. Because you should have been like, I'm registered as a lethal weapon. I
No.
can't play laser tag.
But I was like, I'm not allowed to run yet. And they're like, what? So it was one day before I would have been a month out. That's when the manager thing was.
Oh.
And he goes, so the one guy goes, oh, that's right. He goes, how far are you? And I go, it'll be a month tomorrow. And he fucking looks at me and he's like, haven't you been bowling? I was like, yeah. He goes, how have you only been out a month?
Listen, what he could have said is he got a lifetime ban from all laser tags because he accidentally brought the wrong gun.
There is another side to that.
Just bust
And
into
then-
like the 1,000-yard stare and be like, oh, it's one time. I can't
I
go
don't.
back.
I know better than to get into situations that are a little too competitive in a work environment.
Fair.
Listen, this
That's
is how
fair.
you state your dominance. You just show them. Take them all out in laser tag. Said, if this
No,
is real
because there's a
life,
level of seriousness that they don't appreciate.
It's fair.
You think you'll get there with laser tag?
I don't know.
I know golf you do, but
Best-
you still do that.
Best not to
Well, that's why I
tempt
play in
fate.
scrambles. That's why I'm not playing in real tournaments.
Got it.
No one liked playing with me when I was playing in real tournaments.
Lane, go play with your floppy disk. That's what Christian said.
I have one old ass computer.
Old. He says old, but it's more Jurassic now.
It's like 12 years old.
You know, it's close to making that AOL sound.
I know, right?
Dial up.
The dial-up is not AOL. What the fuck?
I had AOL, so that's when I got. Oh, that's when the sound made when I clicked on it.
Because you were logging on to the internet
Exactly.
using dial-up.
Exactly. With the AOL pass.
Yeah. You didn't have Netscape?
No, you had to do it the freeway. Get a bunch of those AOL discs and keep uploading it.
AOL. People still have AOL emails that scares the shit out of me.
I know I have a bartender that still has an AOL email.
I don't even remember mine. Like I had one and I don't even remember it.
I'm like, as soon as I hear AOL, I'm like, no.
I think I've been using the same thing because my last name is so uncommon. Mm-hmm. So as long as I beat my sister to first initial and last name because we have the same first initial,
Oh, you're good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 other people with my exact name, and one of them was in the Army, and I got his pay by accident one time, and he was a staff sergeant.
Nice.
And they took it all back.
Yeah,
but
I've never had that problem anywhere.
yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
It was a nice time seeing that money in my account and then watching it disappear the
You're like,
next day.
oh,
Like,
sad.
ooh, staff sergeant sounds nice.
Nice.
Aw, just a regular private.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. Christian, we'll talk to you again soon, man. I'll send you Kevin's contact.
You take it out this time.
You take it out.
You take it out.
You take it out, Gimpy.
Listen here.
Kim
What?
Fu.
You.
Gimfu. Yeah. Sir Gimps a lot.
I don't gimp that much.
Marky Mark and the Gimpy Bunch.
Listen, I may weeble and wobble, but I never fall down.
You fall down all the time.
Not true.
Yeah, huh?
I don't drink like you and pass out in a hallway doing a puke cano.
Wasn't a puke cano.
You're right. You just puked all over
It
yourself.
was a puke NATO.
It didn't spin.
Different.
It didn't spin.
Didn't it get to the ceiling?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
That's amazing.
know.
That's still a volcano because it didn't spin.
It did spin.
It erupted.
The room spun.
You spun.
That makes it a NATO.
All right, guys. On that note, thanks for stopping in, Christian, and whoever else made it into the chat. We appreciate you guys listening in. Go ahead and do the YouTube stuff for us, and we'll see you on the next video.
Thanks, broke toes.